Hi guys, it's Tail Rain here. As part of the Pre-Heresy season I'm going to try and start, I'm going to show you guys how to make shoulder-mounted heavy weaponry instead of having to buy it all from Forgeworld. Now this, sorry about the camera quality, it's a bit crappy. It's my shoulder-mounted heavy bolter. Okay, all this is made of is just spare bits. So if you want to do this, you're going to need normal Space Marine with no arms attached. You can attach the head, don't attach the backpack, attach it to a base as well, it makes it easier to work with. A choice of heavy weapon, today I'll be doing a plasma cannon, a shoulder pad, I don't really need to show you that, you guys know what that looks like. Now you'll get these in your Rhino kits, this is for the whole mounted weaponry on Rhinos or Razorbacks or such what. You're going to need that for your support arms. A backpack, and then you'll see this, it's a bit hard to see, like a Voxcaster backpack from Imperial Guard. You'll also want some form of wire, or if it's going to be like a heavy bolter, some sort of magazine feeder. And last but not least, a spotlight from a vehicle as well. First step, once you've glued it to your base, is to find your glue and glue on the arms. Now taking your time as well, because after all you want a good snug fit. Now what I advise is that you keep this arm slightly higher than this arm, because the weapon's going to be on this arm, so you have to imagine the guy's going to be weighted down on that arm. This gives it a little bit more realism when you're building the miniature. Hold that a little bit and see if it glues. Keep the system there in line with just about the eyes of the Marine. I'm using my stronger glue because also we're going to be sitting here forever. So there we go. Like I was saying, I apologise for the camera quality being really not up to scratch with miniature building. But it's the best I can do, and I'm putting this one out for the community anyway, so you don't really need to see my mug. So, as you can see, arms are glued on, just in line with the eyes, like I was saying there. Next you'll do the obvious part, and that is gluing the left side shoulder pad, or the shoulder pad in what you want, the heavy weapon. Okay, glue that one into place. Give it a little bit of time to glue. The reason I have to kind of rush a bit is because I've got no program in which I can edit the video and cut out the time delay. I'm not that awesome. Now, you want to take your spotlight and you want to cut the actual spotlight out. Now what this is going to become the part that's going to sit upon the shoulder, which the weapon would then sit upon. Clip that all out, give it a good old clean. Excuse me having to use a knife and all of that. As I was saying, this is going to be part of the season of Pre-Heresy videos I'm going to be doing, as I want to try and set up a community project based around Pre-Heresy. Once you've got it all cut out, and let's unline that, hollowed it out. Now, with this plasma cannon, what I have done is I've cleaned out some of the extra detail to give me quite this space here, which is where it will sit upon the bloke. Now you'll want to dry fit this, try and do it, so hold it up to there, just kind of make sure that it's fitting just about right on the man. As I was saying, these weapons aren't specifically designed to be on Space Marines, they're designed to be on vehicles. This particular plasma cannon is from the Sentinel sprue. Now, can't tell if you guys can see, but if you can see, I'm gluing this bit here, which is the spotlight, which we just cleaned out, onto the shoulder pad at the back, leaving the flat bit at the top, and that will then be a part where the plasma cannon can glue onto. You might want to clip a little bit more off the light just to give it a little bit more of an easy fit. That's the joy of dry fitting before you glue. And then all you need to do is pop it on. Make sure that the top, where the weapon's going to sit, is as horizontal as you can get it. Not only will this mean that it will look more like it's supposed to be there, but it will also mean that the model will not fall over if you're gluing on a heavy weapon. Yes, very bad joke, very sorry. Now, as you can see, I'm going to try and hold it up there. I've got the excess pad now, and that will become the support pad upon which the plasma cannon will sit. Now, once again, kind of dry fit your heavy weapon so you can have a look at the pose, make sure everything's alright, because once this is glued in, you don't really want to be fussing around with it. Glue in your heavy weapon system and give it 2 seconds to dry, because the heavy weapon system, of course, is going to be the heaviest part you're going to be gluing to the miniature. Now, you're probably wondering why at the very beginning we're using driver arms as well, so this is my very fast drying glue, so it should be pretty solid by now. So yeah, it does look a little bit fat, but this is a pre-heresy thing, so I'm pretty sure they weren't too worried about the finer details of how it looked. Now the driver arms are basically for, you can imagine they'd be holding it out like that, and they'd have a support bar because they'd be firing a heavy weapon. So that means they can use both hands to hold the weapon. You can use the flat-handed missile pod arm, but of course that then means you can't use it on your missile pod. Now you want to take the bit from the Imperial Guard sprue. First of all, I forgot to say, is once that's all solid, which it is, you want to clip out the back pad on the Space Marine, the little nuptial bit that holds the back pad flat. Now clip it out and flatten out around it as best as you can. Probably do that before you glue the heavy weapon system in, I completely forgot. That does mean my heavy weapon's now moved a little bit, but I'm sure it will still be fine. So, let's get it back where I want it. That's all fine now. Glue the Imperial Guard piece on the bottom section where you would find the backpack. Like I said, do whatever cleaning you need to do and dry fit it before you fussy around with it too much, because you don't want to be fussing around with it. Clean it up a little bit. Naturally I should have done this before I started the video, but I got a bit excited about doing the video, so excuse my enthusiasm. Take it and glue it to the underneath. You're probably thinking, oh hang on, then why do we need a backpack? Well, the backpack is also the Space Marine respirator, so they kind of also need that even if they're carrying a big fat heavy weapon system. Kind of makes more sense. Else, they're going to be running around with their mates and then noxious poisonous gas and you lose your heavy weapon system, which seems a little bit ridiculous. Glue it in as best as you can. And apparently this one doesn't want to glue, so excuse me for that. Oh dear me, why are you not holding? As you can see, I'm just gluing it to the underneath of the backpack. Where are we at the moment? 8 minutes? No, 9 minutes. Oops. Taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Right, let's go a bit quicker. Take your backpack. I'm going to snip off the smaller engine part. If you see here, I've taken the backpack and snipped it off halfway down, keeping it still in line with, I don't know, where you know where the back of the backpack goes flat, just before you get the 4 pointing bits at the bottom. That's where you want to clip it out. I'm now going to rush a little bit, because else this video is never going to upload, because my computer is very slow. once again, glue that bit in as well. And it should sit pretty much where it would normally sit. It might be a little bit higher than normal, but there is a heavy mounted plasma cannon. And what you can do is, for extra detail, and probably the best idea, would be to take a piece of wire or a piece of sprue or whatever you think would work and glue it, and so like that, which means then the power is coming from the backpack extra bit, and the Imperial Guard sprue that we glued on a little bit earlier. So there you have it. There's your plasma cannon, heavy mounted plasma cannon. Sorry you can't really see it very well, like that. And there is a heavy mounted, shoulder mounted heavy bolter. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.